and we're living hours. So I teeing off.
Lobo leading the tournament.
Yeah,
though.
I watched the last few holes of yesterday's broadcast. Victor Perez, the former Lobo, is leading. He was -9, 3-shot lead over John Rahm after a round of play. And that really jumped out at me because I'm not a follower of Live like that. But I tuned in, and sure enough, we had the local angle, which was really great.
Yeah, and that's especially with these tournaments and what Liv was hoping with John Rahm and DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka, they'd have that star power that drew you in, but it's a tough product. Like, golf fans are out there. I don't think there's a large enough television audience where they're going to be seeking out multiple tournaments, especially when Live Golf is playing overseas and your telecast is happening at 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night sometime.
Yeah. You know, too, with golf, so many of the people who are golf fans who are going to follow you, as for example, the PGA Tour, they've known these guys for years. You know, they go back to some of these guys go back to Nicholas and Chichi Rodriguez, those guys, and they stay with the sport. And then they hand it down to others, their kids or whatever, who stay with the sport. And you get to learn these guys, and you follow them almost like they're your favorite team. And now you're being asked to follow a new favorite team. It's just such a difficult sell. They got some big names, but you don't get a whole lot of them, enough to counter what the PGA has established for decades. And that's what made it tougher.
Yeah, and it's, one for me, I'm a golf fan. I'm all in on the majors, but I wasn't going to seek out that extra, even though I like Brooks Koepka and Bryson DeChambeau, and I think they're good. But now we'll see if Live Golf, the reports are this week that, the Saudi PIF was going to pull all their funding after this year. So they're funded through the 2026 season, and their CEO came out and said, hey, we're full go. 2026 is going to happen as is. But then after that, it's up in the air. And we could see a lot of players coming back. And, the PGA Tour did have to make some adjustments, which is understandable. But I still think, moving forward for the game of golf, that's what you want to see, is all these guys playing on the same tour, even if it's not major championships. Like, that's how you're going to make your money. That's how you're going to get your sponsors interested, by playing in weekends like this right after the Masters term.
It's about familiarity. And you look at something like the Ryder Cup, and that's like the all-star opportunity. And so that gives the golf as we know it kind of that extra wrinkle that people have become accustomed to and have embraced. The newness of Live, and I think too, JJ, with the publicity it got, which was there was a lot of heat on this league when it came into formation, and I think it set into motion this kind of opinion or attitude towards it that who do these guys think they're? What are they doing? They're throwing money at this opportunity to try to compete with this Goliath of an association, and I don't think that helped Live in a sense. It seems so far away and distant and foreign. Also, literally, it is. And I just don't think that they had enough of a connection. They tried. They threw a lot of money at players. And it'd be nice to be one of those players in a position like that. And, I don't blame the players for taking the money. I get it. The PGA Tour certainly does, because as you mentioned, the penalty you have to pay to essentially reinstate. But I do think now that we're hearing these whispers, and something strong in the whispers as it's become, about the future of Live being kind of suspect and kind of dangling out there, I think they're just laying the groundwork for the inevitable reason to explain why it's going to go away,
505-246-0610, Sports Animal hotline for it. This morning, the Meineke on San Pedro text line is the same number, and you'll get fair and affordable care for your vehicle. Meineke on San Pedro. So looking forward to talking with Nick Nee coming up at 9 o'clock this morning for a San Diego Golf Tip. Get his thoughts on the Masters and the situation with Live Golf. Got your thoughts coming in on Jake Hall and Lobo basketball. When we come back on the other side, what's left in the gas tank for Steph Curry and the Warriors after that performance against the Clippers? And is it a rule if you make an exception to the rule? Hit that next. It's the opening drive here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Mornings get busy fast. We make it easy. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Indigo Mortgage offers better rates and terms than that of big banks and out-of-state lenders. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loans. Let us serve you with an exemplary level of care. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches take the fresh baked bread you love and turn up the heat to toasted perfection. Crispy and golden on the outside, melty and gooey on the inside. Order a toasted